Welcome to all the new recruits. We want everyone to sit in the event group. Okay, now look around you. The people sitting next to you might not be what you would expect. They might even look different from yourself. You all probably have preconceived ideas about what certain athletes should look like, and maybe you don't even fit into that model. We want to change these notions you might have.
Many of our athletes on this team face opposition from others when they don't live up to the standards of what people think they should look like, but find success through the adversity anyways. In this modern track world, athletes are overcoming every notion of what history has painted to be the picture of a great athlete with successful results. In this sport, you can't relive history. Standards are being changed constantly, and we want to show you some examples from our own team of athletes and staff who are rewriting history.
I have for my body type because I'm short and I tend to be shorter than people that do similar activities to me, like mid distance running. It has because my competition tends to be taller, and as you know, like if you're taller, your legs tend to be longer, so less steps, and it just kind of makes it that much more difficult to keep up with people when you have to take more steps, and being shorter makes it easier to kind of get lost in the shuffle with the larger competition, and they can kind of like box you in a little bit easier, and you're just not as big of a moving like mass, so like it's just easier to be stopped. To overcome this difficulty or this challenge, I just kind of try not to worry about it, ignore it, and just worry about what I can do, not what I can't do. And I work hard so I can get a step up from my competition in a different way than just the way that my body is. So maybe just like working harder in the workouts and getting like all the internal stuff correct. So that's how.
Yes, I do have problems with my body type because I don't have a bigger body like a typical thrower. Yes, I definitely feel inferior, and it does make me try harder in track because I like sometimes I'll show up to meets and the officials will be like, "Aren't you in the wrong section?" or "Are supposed to be on the track," and I'm like taken back by it, and it's almost offensive to me. And like in a lot of situations I'll be considered like a twig or smaller, so it motivates me to be better and focus more on my technique than on how I look. I try to work on other things like my technique, which I focus on a lot more because that's a stronger part for me. I also work hard in the weight room and will try and get like the ratio of my body weight to my maxes up. And I've been trying to gain weight by eating a lot more food and protein and making sure that I have a lot of energy for practice.
7 feet 4 inches.
Good job, Abby.
Some quick spins there from Abby Cut.
Well, given that there are less than 20 women as Division I head coaches of men's and women's programs in track and field, I would say that just in general, the setup and what people are looking for and who is hired is a huge obstacle. especially given there's 320 Division I programs and there's only less than 20 women directors. I hope I have. I feel like because we've really made some adjustments and turned around the program and become very, very successful in the last 4 years, both on the men's and the women's side with track and field. I believe that that has changed the perception of some of the older alumni. In fact, I've had a lunch meeting with our former head coach who used to be the athletic director a long time ago, and he has actually told me that his perception has changed of what we're doing at Northeastern.
Correction.
I believe the success of the team has played a hand in that. I also believe in the fact that we have recruited very, very hard. We have been very entrenched in the community in New England, and I believe that because of the sheer togetherness and attitude of our program, I think that's also changed and helped change the perception of our program and the success.
Yes, people tell me like, oh, I've never seen a white guy jump like that before, like usually every meet, but I just kind of brush it off and keep going. Yeah, but it makes me feel like the underdog, and when I feel like the underdog, I want to prove myself to people who think they're on a pedestal and better than me. So.
Good afternoon, may I have your attention? The following guests: Joseph.
The official track time is 1 o'clock. We're just 10 minutes away from the next event on the track.